In this video, I'm actually going to be giving out one of my trading strategies for absolutely free. And the strategy is literally based on ICT concepts, right? But with a little twist, okay? So we literally don't require any daily buyers for this, and all you need to do is just follow the rules, follow just the rules, and you're going to be profitable. And they're basically just three rules, okay? So what we want to be using, we are going to be using the 4-hour time frame, a 1 hour, and a 5-minute time frame for our entries. So the very first rule, now let me take it slowly. The very first rule says we look at the 4-hour time frame. What do you do on the 4-hour time frame? You check the order flow. So what we are checking is the market bullish or bearish? So let's say we are bullish. So this is what it's going to look like, right? So let's say we are bullish. This is what it's going to look like. And it says once price forms a break of structure. This is a break of structure. We mark that out. Sorry. Okay. We mark that out. It says wait for a retracement. This is a retracement. Mark out the 50% level of the recent price swing. This is a recent price swing. What's a price swing? A price swing is simply a candle with two candles by the side. There's a candle to the left, high to it, and a candle to the right, a little bit high to it. That is a price swing. This is what you should see to consider as a price swing. If it is anything different from this, that's not a price swing. Okay. So once it breaks structure and forms that price swing, what you want to do is you mark out your break of structure, you wait for a retracement, and to mark out the 50% level, what you do is you take your fib from here and you place it at the bottom, and you just draw it up to the top, and there we go. Oh, sorry. And there we go, right? And that is a 50% level. Let's just highlight it to your right. So that's our 50% level. So that's the very first rule, right? So the next thing it says we go to the 1 hour time frame. And what are we doing in 1 hour time frame? We check for any PDRA. Now what's the PDRA? In ICT concepts, PDRAs are simply stuff like order block, imbalance, a redistribution, rebalance, a breaker block, a rejection block, and so on, right? So what you want to do is you drop to the 1 hour time frame and you look for any order block. Let's say we have some sort of, now most preferably what I usually like to see is an imbalance. So let's just say we have an imbalance right here, right? So that's the second rule. And remember, when we divide this price swing into two, what we have here is a premium and what we have down is a discount, right? So anything down here is good for itself. Now it says drop to the 5-minute for your entry. On the 5-minute, you want to see a total soup within the 1 hour PDRA, and you enter within an OB, but preferably on an imbalance. So what's the total soup? This is a total soup. So this is our PDRA on, we have identified our PDRA, right? And so what we want to do is we now drop to the 5-minute. And when price starts coming down, this is what we want to see. You see price comes down, but it doesn't get to your point of interest. It retraces back a little. Then it takes out that swing low it formed, right? Right here. This is a total soup. Now, it can happen just before it hits your point of interest, or it can happen after, or it can happen within. That's still all good. So you can still have something like this. It comes down right within before breaking up, right? this is what you want to see. This is what is considered as a total sub. So once that is broken, it says you enter within an OB right after the break of structure on the 5 minute. So you want price to displace with huge speed, leaving an imbalance. That's why most preferably this trade is preferable to take it during the New York session. Now you can take in any of the key zones. Now in the ICT key zone, we have the ASEAN session, which is from 8 p.m. EST to midnight EST. The London session, which is from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. and the New York session, which is from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can take your entry, but let it be during the key zone hours, preferably during the New York. So this price move is going to happen during news, right? So before news, you're going to have like some sort of a manipulation of a rundown, I think. Such that when you have marked out your PZRA during news, you're going to have some sort of price will run down and boom, you then see it now go up, I think. So that's literally what you want to see. Let me just take this off. So that's the strategy. Let's revisit the strategy again. And our target, we are literally going to target 1 to 3 risks to reward, right? Or you can hold the trade to the opposing PZRA. That's you come whatever PZRA you see above this equilibrium, you can hold your entry to there. Or you can target an obvious liquidity pool, maybe an old high like over here, right? And the note says your entry must be during the Q zones. So let's get into some examples. Okay guys, let's go into the chart. Here we actually have a 4-hour chart, right? So exactly when you open the 4-hour chart, what do you see? Now this is actually a replay mode. Now you literally don't need to go far to look at your chart. You see starting from here, okay, you see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So price is clearly bullish. So the first thing we want to do is on the 4-hour, we mark out our break of structure, and it happens right here, right? So we want to look for our price swing, and we see that right here. This is the price swing. Now we could literally use this one, but this is the swing that break this structure, right? So literally this is where we are going to consider. So if we just draw our fib from here up to the top, okay, this is where we are going to have our 50% level. So we just go ahead and mark out our 50% level right here. So that's the very first rule. That's the very first rule that's been completed, right? So let me just change this to red so it should be somehow more visible. Now that's what we have. So what do we want to do? Remember, this is where our price swing starts from, right? So these are premium, these are discount. So what do? We drop into the 1 hour. Okay, right here, right? This are 1 hour. So into the 1 hour, I want to mark our PDRAs below our 50% level. So I'll just go ahead. The very first thing, what do you see? This is an imbalance. Now from up here to here is an imbalance. But since we are looking for what is below the 50% level, so I could just take my imbalance from right here, right? Okay. And the whole of this price swing from this top, the whole of this bearish candle from this top to this bottom, that's literally an OB. So we could actually mark that out as well. So I'll just put my line here, right? And that's what we have. So when we drop to the 5 minute, what we want to see is we want to see price get below this line and into our point of interest. So let's just go into the 5 minute and see what we get. So into the 5 minute, this is where we are. Okay, so in the 5 minute, we want to say is we wanna, now this is quite, price went that far, so I'll just make the screen. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and play this. Let's see what price did. Increase the speed so it goes to be first. Let me zoom that in. Right here, we get our total sub right here. And remember, it is within our point of interest. Can you see that? Right here, price breaks that, right? And once price breaks that, it breaks to the upside, forming, let me play that again. Okay, price breaks structure to the upside, leaving behind what an imbalance. So I'll just go ahead, take my entry from here. And remember, we are targeting 1, 2, 3. So I'll draw my fib up to 1, 2, 3. And so I just go now and play that out. Let's see how it goes. And you see price returns straight directly immediately into our OB, and there, boom, our price gets hit. Now you notice where it gets hit is right here. There is an OB, so it makes every sense for price to want to reverse, right? Okay, so as you can see, guys, the strategy is very straight to the point and it's very effective. Okay, so just go ahead and backtest. So we'll see you next time in the next video.